Hello, this is the Ancient Texan. Um, it's Friday afternoon. I'm through working. Well, I've been through for quite a while, but I've been pretending for a while. I've been reading this poem. It's a strange poem. Don't quite know what to make of it, but I've come back and read it several times trying to figure that out. Perhaps one of you will know. It's by Stephen Dobyns, Dobyns. He told her he loved her. He told her he loved her. Party all day, party all night. A man wakes up on the floor of a friend's kitchen. It's still dark. He can hear people snoring. He reaches out and touches long, silky hair. He thinks it's his friend's daughter. Actually, it's a collie dog. He can't see a thing without his glasses. He embraces the dog. Why is the daughter wearing a fur coat? He groups around for the daughter's breast, but he can't find them. The dog licks his face. So that's how it's going to be, is it? The man licks the collie dog back. He tries to take off his pants, but gets his underwear caught in the zipper. So they only smooch. He tells the collie dog about his wife, how they only make love once a month. He tells the collie dog about his two sons, how they have robbed him blind and ruined the record player. The dog licks his face. The man tells the collie dog that he loves her. He decides in the morning he and the daughter will run away and immigrate to New Zealand. They will raise sheep and children. Each evening as the sun sets, they will embrace on their front porch with a deep sense of accomplishment. He will stop drinking and playing cards. The man falls asleep with the image of the little log house clearly before his eyes. When he wakes in the morning, he finds a collie dog curled up beside him. "You bitch," he cries, and kicks her out of the kitchen. He staggers off to find the daughter's bedroom. Time to leave for New Zealand, my precious. The daughter screams. The father comes running, grabs his friend, and throws him out of the house. Later, the father has lunch with a priest. He describes how this fat old clerk had tried to rape his daughter. Was it drugs, whiskey, or general depravity? They both wonder at the world's approaching collapse. Sometimes at night, the father starts awake as if he'd missed a step and was suddenly falling. "Where am I?" he asks. "What am I doing?" The waitress brings them coffee. The father can't take his eyes off her. He forgets what he was thinking. She has breasts the size of his head. He wants to take off his shoes and run back and forth across her naked body. Let us leave him with his preoccupation. Like an airborne camera, the eye of the poet lifts and lifts until the two men are only two dark shapes seated at the round table of an outdoor cafe. The season is autumn. The street is full of cars. It is cloudy. This is the world where Socrates was born, where Jesse James was shot in the back as he reached up to straighten a picture, where a fat old clerk. This is the world where Socrates was born, where Jesse James was shot in the back as he reached up to straighten a picture, where a fat old clerk prowls the streets, staring into the face of every dog he meets, seeking out the features of his own true love. Well, pardon my little stumble there, but I think you'll agree that's a really weird poem. I'm not quite sure what to make of it, but it's a world where Jesse James got shot that this man lives in. It's a world where Socrates was born. It's a world where the girl's father is wondering about the depravity of the world and then gets stuck thinking about the breast of the waiter. Oh, and the main character of the story, or maybe the collie's the main character, but the fat old clerk has his story in his head, and he ignores all the fact that might alert him to the fact that it's just a story in his head and there's no reality of it. It's a little bit, I think, about making fun of people and their hypocrisies and the way we build dreams out of nothing. The downside of drinking too much, perhaps. And of course, the lack of judgment by the collie and dogs in general. I don't know. It's a weird poem. But I like it. Not sure I could write something like that and still think that it's a good poem. If I wrote that, I would think I'd lost it. Anyway, I hope you have a good weekend. This is the Ancient Texan. Namaste.